Thank God it's Friday, patrons. Thank you so much for joining us. Man, we had some trouble. We set up a new Zoom, guys, and again, we had to share our screens, and something went horribly wrong, guys. So Lance was doing everything that he could, guys, and big shout out to Lance. Big shout out to Durfman for always being with us, guys. You are all here because you know the storm is upon us. Let everybody know we're live, guys.
My fellow Christian warriors, set yourselves apart from this corrupt generation. Be saints. That is
us on this beautiful Friday. Let us play Hold the Line. And let me shout each and every one out because you know that I love you, right? Okay, guys, here we go.
We love you.
History in the making, guys.
In some form.
Too many of us think
King
it
William.
is impossible. Too many think it is unreal. But that is a
King
dangerous,
William, we love you.
defeatist belief.
It leads,
It
to,
leads
the
to the conclusion
that we are gripped by forces we cannot control. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
prepare for the storm mega. Okay, guys, we have arrived. Good morning to all of you guys. We had what? Woo, wait a minute. Okay, it's doing that, guys. I have to readjust my Elgato Stream Deck, guys, to make it not loop the intros, guys. So give me a good reminder. Jordy M is with us on YouTube, guys. King William III, awesome to see you, my friend. Axie Rob, Kendra is with us. We love you, Grasshopper, and we love you too. Mark B, we love you, my man. Thank you so much for joining us. Madame Dumont Myers is with us. Let's Evan go. Okay, guys, Navy Vet, we got a full house, guys. Banksy 17, we love you. And the guy, you know, like we had we had to readjust the Zooms, guys, because Lance was always running it. I wanted to start running it, right? And then you know, Les had to log in and then share my screen, but he's signed in like me, and then we were like, huh, what? so OBS was kind of confused. We were kind of confused. We didn't know what screen was where, and
I just wanted
so
to
it
punch
took
the
a little.
screen.
It took a little time to adjust, guys. But Lance, like always, man, Lance on this epic quest got his nails behind it, and he He persevered, guys. And again, big shout out to Lance. Let's introduce this man from the Pacific Coast, the man that never sleeps and that is born ready, guys. Better believe it. The man in the mirror, and as you all know, the man in the middle, guys. Mr. Lance on this epic quest. How are you doing this beautiful morning?
Oh, we're back for another beautiful day with President Trump in office, right?
Oh, yes.
We're just living in a dream, just surreal. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that as my friends here know, when I'm like, all right, hold on a minute.
Oh, yep. That just happened.
I gotta put it on pause so I can just touch my screen and say what the is going on.
Yeah.
So we finally got everything figured out. So sorry we started a little bit later today since we kind of are on a time schedule today. So I love you, chat. And yeah, let's see what the team brings us today.
All right, guys. And again,
Lance was good, though. I'm still working on videos. They're coming today. I promise. Yeah. I posted that one yesterday just of me kind of going off on Dick, but
yeah, DICK, right? Okay, so again, Tippy Top, great to see you. And again, Lance was so angry that he really had to mute his mic from the Zoom call, guys. Yeah. He said, wait a minute, I got to mute my mic, right? And he came back, I think, 2 minutes later, and I was laughing, guys. But again, Lance, man, thank you so much for the sacrifices, man, for always being here and, being as awesome as you are, guys. But from the North America, guys, let us introduce the man that you all know as Mr. Butterboy. The man that knows without being told. Mr. 45, believe it or not. Heartbeats a minute. Mr. Lance on this epic quest. How are you doing, my friend?
Durfman?
Yes.
You said Lance on his epic quest.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man. Mr. Airq Durfman, guys. Let's do it again, guys. Let's introduce the man that you all know as Mr. Butterboy. The man that knows without being told. Mr. 45, believe it or not, heartbeats a minute. Mr. Airq Durfman, guys. I was thinking so much to Lance, guys. So there's Durfman. How are you doing, my friend? So sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. I'm,
Textbook Freudian slip, right?
Absolutely. I'm doing well.
Awesome.
And just want to make sure. Yeah, the dig music is here, but it is pretty low, by the way.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good. It's pretty low, right?
It's pretty low. Yeah.
Okay. But that's okay.
I don't know about you guys in the chat.
Yeah, we are readjusting the Zoom. So again, the levels might be off a little bit, but we're going to listen back to it. The dig music isn't that important. It's just to fill in the blanks, right? When we are pausing, thinking, or reminiscing this wonderful historical moment in time, guys. So Watcher 222 is with us, brother. Great to see you, my friend. Bunny's Trumpet. I also see JLO with us. JLo. Awesome to see you, my friend. Okay, Leo is with us, the real Dutch patriot guy, so better beware. And there it is, Tippy Top. SR is with us, great to see you. Yes, and Durfman, welcome, good morning.
We also have Heidi that's in the chat.
Heidi, yes, I knew I was missing somebody.
She's lurking, I believe. She has to
We
work,
love you.
So, yeah. Who else? Hey, we have, again, a bunch of new names or returnees. I saw Slow But Sure, Navy Vet 65, Kirk Allen 2, DA 1674, Spider Dog, Denise Rowe, CJC Woot 81, and Jet Rover 17, who was saying shout out to Grasshopper for starring on Scotty Martin's latest video.
Oh, really? Yeah, I got to see that one. So we love Scotty.
I haven't seen it either.
He's a legend, man. We love him. Pumping out beautiful videos. This man is a legend.
Oh, you're a legend too, bro. Pumping out these amazing decodes like the one you have on the screen right there.
Absolutely, guys. Great little bridge, right? And Heidi, sister, we love you. We know you're busy, and thank you so much for always joining us. Even if you're not with us in the chat, we know you're with us in spirit. We know each other from a real long time ago, and Heidi, it's a blessing to be on this side of the fence, right? You know, we were together, you know, when Trump was in office, 2016, right? And then we had 2020 happen. You know, we stayed in contact, right? We hold the line. And now we're back, right? With Trump in the Oval, signing executive orders and having Kash Patel nominated, right? You know, it's getting there, right? It's going to happen, guys. You bet your bottom dollar. This is going to happen, guys. And, you know, the future never looked this bright, guys. So
They can kick and scream all they want. They won't stop it.
Oh, and they were kicking and screaming, guys. But yeah. Let me just say
So much
that,
so they were ratting themselves out. Exactly.
So we do have a press conference from yesterday from Trump that we want to go through, right? If you guys have anything Trump related that he was doing that you really want us to decode, please let us know in the chat. That might be a new nice thing to do, right? Art, brother, great to see you. My neighbor, right? You live 100 to 300 meters away from me, 500 meters away from me. So, Art, great to see you, my friend. Oh, they nuke your Twitter account? What? What? What is he saying?
That he had 25 nuked accounts.
Oh, well, you know, I'm almost there, guys.
No.
I'm on my 24th account. So, Art, well done, my friend.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
he was
said I'd
saying
never
he
reach-
managed to self-destruct his 11th.
Okay.
Yeah, he said
Okay,
he
so
never
he-
reached the 25th nuked account like Grasshopper.
Well, you know, so if and let's knock on wood, guys, if this account is going to be nuked, this is going to be my 24th account. I really didn't want to make a 24th account because I want to keep my 23rd account, right? But again, that one was nuked, so that was a bummer. And I was like, I'm never going back, right? But then I read that drop from Q, never retreat from the battlefield, naming Twitter. Exactly, right? So again, this is when I thought, you know, step over your number fetish, right? Get over it, you know, make your 24th account. And I was like, oh, okay, right? And here we are, guys. And again, Art, we love you. M. Eagles, great to see you. Good morning. Dep Trago, Navy Vet, 65. Awesome to see you. Durfman is with us in the chat. El Sister, we love you to the moon and back. Myers, great to see you. And again, Susan Weber is with us, sister. We love you. Yes, Durf?
You know what? I think
You know what?
I'm
We got a so shiny.
kinda
Okay.
let me take a look.
Let me take a look, guys.
It's
Wait
on-
a minute.
It's actually on
Oh, the Ugly X?
Real Donald Trump on X.
Okay, guys. So
Not
that's
POTUS.
a POTUS. Not POTUS, but a real Donald Trump, guys. Let's have a little look. Good morning, sir. Good morning at real Donald Trump. Let's go at real Donald Trump. There he is. 43 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. Hey, he did the same on you. Oh, yeah. This is how he ended the show, guys. Yesterday, he ended
That
the
is
show
how
in
he
this
ended.
one. And at the beginning of our show, guys, he's doing this. That is nice. That is a nice one. Okay, Trump,
Yes, it
we
is.
got you. 43 minutes ago. Okay, Trump.
Turn the
Let's have a
sound on,
little-
Grass. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Check this out. Listen.
Okay, guys. Listen.
In a few moments, the Lakin-Riley Act will become the very first bill that I proudly sign into law as the 47th President of the United
What
States.
music is that, Grass?
President Trump for the promises he made to us. He said he would secure our borders and that he would never forget
no.
about Lakin. And he hasn't. He's a man of his word. Trust
Hey,
me,
hey,
we'll fight
hey,
for the
hey,
American
hey.
People.
What music is that?
No amount
I
of change
know.
that will ever bring back the precious Lakin.
Can you pull that one
Our
up?
hope moving forward is that her life saves lives.
Lakin was a brilliant and beautiful 22-year-old nursing student from Georgia. To her parents and family, she was everything in the world. Lakin was attacked,
Dude.
beaten, brutalized, and murdered by an illegal
That sounds a
gang
lot
member
like.
who was
That
sentenced
is.
to our country by the last administration.
It
We will
is.
keep Lakin's memory alive with
Yeah,
today's
the-
action.
The where we go when we
Yeah.
forever in the
Uh-huh.
laws of our country. Under the law I'm signing
my
today, the
God.
Department of Homeland Security will be required to detain all illegal aliens.
The White House, guys.
Again.
Ooh, goosebumps.
Oh.
1 minute and 46 seconds, guys. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we're gonna go here. We gotta have a tab where the decodes are, guys. I think I gotta pull down another one, guys. Sorry for that. Somehow it was lost in translation, guys. Let's see, guys. 1 minute and Jamie WV is with us. Sister, we love you. Where we go, one we go all. Absolutely, guys. Can somebody pull up that video on YouTube, guys? Oh no, we can't. Oh no, we can't. But we might have some. Oh, that's difficult, guys. Yes, Trucy has goosebumps as well. We call it kippenvel, so that is chicken skin. So when you pluck a chicken, right, the way that the skin looks is the same as goosebumps. But again, let's see, 146. Yes.
Just to say, that's what we also say in French.
Okay.
La chair de poule.
Chair de poule. All right, guys. Again,
Chair.
there it is, guys. The
Yeah,
length
chair is
of
like the Sorry, go ahead.
So the length of Trump's clip, the where we go one, we go all clip, is 1 minute and 46 seconds long. Saying, do you believe in coincidences? How many coincidences do you need before you believe? This is the biggest insider drop in the history of the world. Pray, guys. Okay, so now let's have a look at what time POTUS, Donald J. Trump, is posting this video, guys. At 10 minutes and 10 hours and 11 seconds, just 11 hours into our scheduled show, right? This is when everything went to hell and back. But again, 1 minute and 46 seconds and 10:11, guys. Let's see what 10:11 is saying. 10:11. Okay, there it is. Money, power, and control. People are simply in the way. Okay, mass extinction event designed to decrease threat level of population. Election rigging. Your voice doesn't matter. And there it is, right? The ultimate win of the enemy is death and money. Conspiracy, conspiracy, conspiracy. Enough is enough, right? Are you awake? They must remain a threat to retain power and influence, right? And again, it's saying coincidence. Let me check the seconds, guys. Inspect. The seconds are 11:48. Okay. So 11 minutes and 48 seconds. Let me check 11:48. 11:48. 11:48. Okay. Okay, another coincidence, guys. So wait a minute. In his timestamp of 10:11, we got coincidence, 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 right? Then in the length of his clip, it has, do you believe in coincidences? Then this drop, his timestamp, has the coincidence in it. Coincidence, right? Responding to the 3 times coincidence. So coincidence, 3 times coincidence, and then the minutes and seconds has coincidence in it, right? There it is. Boom, the third one. Oh, there it is, guys. The tarmac meeting coming soon to a theater near you. Side-by-side graphics are important. Okay, guys, so that is a beauty. Let me see. 11:10. No. Let me see. We got 411, 4110. The reverse, right? 4110. Okay, heart push clapper. Okay, so that's a beauty, guys. Donald Trump dropping the Where We Go One, We Go All soundtrack at 11 minutes into our scheduled timestamp, guys, when we went live. So Trump,
Hey, Greg.
we love you. Yes.
The time would be 106, right?
106.
60 and 46.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. 106. Yes, that's true. Let's see the complete length in seconds of this clip. 1 minute and 46 equals 106 seconds. 106 seconds, and the drop talks about. Remember what Q said. We are waiting for this. All right. Whatever is happening. Yes. It's happening now. Archive everything. Nothing is a coincidence, guys.
There it is.
Oh, we are at war. Saudi Arabia cut the strings. They are scrambling for cover and using any means necessary out of the remaining power and control. And that is exactly what this drop is saying, right? They must retain. There it is. They must maintain a threat to retain power and influence. That is what the complete length in seconds is saying as well. So we got the 3 times coincidence of. Oh wait, it's conspiracy, guys. 3 times conspiracy and 3 times coincidence, guys. There it is. Coincidence. Where's the coincidence? There it is. Coincidence, right? So coincidence over here, coincidence over here, coincidence over here, and then nothing is a coincidence, right? Everything, and again, whatever is happening now, right? If you go back to those drops that I was trying to show you in the beginning, right? It also had these crumbs, right? Let me see. There it is. The fight for the change you have been waiting for your entire life, right? That brings us back to one of those proofs that we had over here that I really was dying to show you, where, over here, we were decoding this clip, right? The 3125 that had that same drop in there, right? Fight for the change you've been waiting for your entire life. And then Dan Scavino, because this drop off the airplane, the 3125 said, the attempted coup, treason, opens the door to more serious, ... right? This is what we discussed yesterday. And then the numbers over here, the 514, is bringing us to the Great Awakening. The fight for the change you have been waiting for your entire life, right? That is exactly what this drop is saying, right? Whatever is happening now. Archive everything. We've been waiting for this, right? Over here, we've been waiting for this. And there is Dan Scavino coming out at 3249, guys. 3249. 213249 and 3249 is showing you the only way to retain trust in the government is to provide truth, transparency, and prosecution, right? And that is exactly what Kash Patel's, the premise of Kash Patel's swearing in, right? And this drop is saying, the attempted coup to take down the president of the United States opens the door to the Great Awakening. Exactly what we had over here. The attempted coup opens the door to the Great Awakening. Now we have Donald J. Trump dropping at 1 minute and 46 seconds, bringing us to that same drop, guys. 106, the length in seconds, is bringing us. They were waiting for this. Whatever is happening now. Nothing is a coincidence. They're scrambling for cover and using any means necessary out of their remaining power and control, guys. And there it is, guys. The hours and minutes of Trump, 10:11, is saying they must maintain a threat to retain power and influence. Are you awake? The Great Awakening, right? So how beautiful, guys, that this is all coming together. Let's go back and see what that other drop of Trump is. There might be a nice gap code between his truth and, because this is what Trump dropped at the end of our show, right? When we ended our show, I said to Durf, like, did Trump did anything special? And Durf man was like, no, not really. And then I said, okay, guys, let's go. And then Durf man was like, We have us so shiny, by the way. And then we looked and it was this one, right? So that's beautiful. 14, 10, 14. And again, shout out to Spiritual Street Fighter, sister. We love you. Let's see, 10, 14. Let's see, 10, 14. 10, 14, guys. Again, 10, 14. Okay, Twitter, good luck. They are scared. Okay. False drops. Okay. Let's see, guys. Inspect, and let's see. What is this? 1436. Let me see, guys. 1436. What is Trump doing here? 1436. Okay, the flood is coming, guys. The subject line, the flood is coming. Well, look at, dude, check it out, guys. Look at, oops, let's go back. Let's do it. Let's pull this one down so you guys can see. Look at the first step over here. Look at this one. Boom. Let it flow, right? The flood is coming, right? There it is, guys. The let it flow, cue the awakening, right? Dude, and that is another one that got lined up, guys. Because, let me show you. Cue the wake up, right? This is what Trump is dropping, right? At 14, what was it again? 1436, so minutes and seconds. Rapid fire, guys. And that goes into the decode that, what's his name? Jordy made, guys. Rapid fire, remember Jordy? That's a good one, man. So the flood is coming. Rapid fire, guys. The corrupt FBI. The FBI, guys. The flood is coming regarding the FBI. So that is beautiful, guys. Let me show you over here. This is what Donald Trump dropped at 7:39 and 27 seconds. Cue the wake up, right? This is this morning, guys, on January 31st. This morning. He started at 7:39 and 27 seconds. 39:27 brings us to cue the wake up. We are united in this fight. Where we go one, we go all. And that is that same music that he's playing in that last video that he uploaded, right? And, you know, this cue the wake up brought us back to that first step that I got lined up, right? In yesterday's show, right? But let it flow, cue the wake up, right? You have it all. We certainly do, guys. So do you see how this is all lining up, guys? Donald Trump. Huh. 4102.
The wake up.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there it is. Cue the wake up.
Are you ready for a gap code?
Okay, guys. Let's bring the gap code, guys.
And I don't know if you, well, yeah, might as well just, I'll tell you which one to look up first.
Okay, I got you.
This is with the seconds.
Okay, guys. So this is the time in between Trump posted that similar graphic, right, on True Social. At 4:45 and somewhat seconds, Durfman is going to show you. 4:45 and 19 seconds, and then Trump dropped it at 10:46 and 36 seconds. Oops.
And let me also remind everybody that if you looked up 1645 and then you looked up 4519, those both have some where we go one, we go all.
Mm-hmm.
Which
so we're going to keep this one over here. Let's see, guys.
Now,
you want me to press this, right? Click. There it is.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
All right. Oops. What's going on? Oh, my God. Let's go back. Let's see. There it is. The gap code. Okay, what is it we are looking at here? So 17 hours, 29 minutes, and 17 seconds, guys. Dude.
It's a nice little mirror, right?
Mm-hmm. 17, 29, 17, guys.
Now,
where we going?
Let's do the minutes and seconds.
29, 17. 29, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Okay, the Clinton, the wake up. Cue the wake up, guys. There it is. Guys, if you look at this, guys, cue the wake up, right? 39:27. the wake up. Let it flow. The flow of information, right? You have it all. We certainly do, guys. Let it flow. Cue the wake up. Trump is dropping this with a gap code of 172917, bringing us to Wake Up America, guys. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, dude.
that's. I mean, that's the one that stuck out to me.
Okay.
So
1729. Okay. Intercept, guys. Blown up in the sky. So that's interesting. Let's see, what is 29? Because 29 is sandwiched in between those two. There it is. Some things tie back to foreign heads of states. And there it is, guys. North Korea is now run by Kim, but he's an actor in the play. And who's the director, guys? The truth would sound so outrageous that most Americans would riot, revolt, and reject. Those networks, those pedo networks, are being dismantled. And child abduction for satanic rituals, as you see with Hillary, right? Over here. Boom, there it is. You know, are being paused until players are in custody. We pray every single day for God's guidance and direction as we are truly up against pure evil, guys. So Donald Trump, what a beautiful crumb. Let's look at 1049.
Hey, Grass.
Yes.
So, you know, we had the 106 with the complete seconds.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube video in there that, of course, is not around anymore, but the title of it was CERN Unleashed. Gothard Tunnel Ritual Reveals the Portal to the Underworld.
Wow.
And you're talking about what?
Yeah. Absolutely, guys.
Holy. Remember, and it said whatever's happening is happening now.
Yep. Absolutely,
and that
guys.
video talked about CERN Unleashed.
Yep.
Rituals,
Trump knows exactly what to do now. Yep.
Man.
Trump knows exactly what to do now. You know, he's coming back for the second time, and this will be it, guys. You know, he's not going to waste any second. You know, the administration was fully operational, you know, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that beautiful January 20th, 2025, guys. And there it is. Are you awake? We're already on, you know, Wake Up America. Cue the wake up, right? And there it is. Are you awake? So there it is, guys.
If not, you're about to be.
Oh, absolutely, guys.
Probably a rude awakening, but hey,
well, you know, it's we try to tell you
a little more than a rude awakening. That's a
And there it is. Our country will soon come together as one. Listen carefully. Okay, legal review of Huber. Something big is about to drop, guys. Okay. Okay, so that's a beautiful gap code in between, guys. And again, how beautiful that Trump is dropping the cue to wake up, right? So those are beautiful, guys.
a lot of 17s in that one too, right?
mhm.
And again, shout out to the beautiful patrons watching on Twitter, guys. You guys are amazing. Let me repost that invitation on Twitter, guys, and let everybody know we're live. We still got less than an hour to go, guys. So let me run you through some of those. Oops. Oh, I have how do you say that? I have a wireless charger that I put my phone on, but the thing is not magnetic, right? So when I put my phone on it, it slides off and then everything slides off the table, right? So, okay. So let's start here, guys. Yes.
Did you look at the time that was on the graph when we ended the 16:45, 4:45?
Oh yes, yesterday during our show we looked at it,
We
but
did,
again,
right?
I can look it up, no problem. Let's see, guys. Let's see what it is.
We must fight.
Yep.
I love that video too, though.
So this is how we ended the show, guys, where Trump was dropping at the end of our show at 16:45, guys. 16:45. There it is. Play loud, be proud. Fight for what is right. Fight for freedom. They will not win. The fight, they will try, but fail they will. Together, where we go one, we go all. Signed off by Q+, who is Donald J. Trump. So again, that was a beauty, guys.
And then the next one, he drops the "Where We Go When We Go All" soundtrack.
Yep.
In the video.
That just happened, guys. noise, guys. And again, on the Play Loud and Be Proud, that's interesting because, you know, Chuck Grassley was dropping regarding the FBI director Kash Patel, right? He dropped at 5:32. That brings us to, are you ready for launch? Show the world the truth and open their eyes, right? The tweet storm day, making America great again, guys. So Chuck Grassley was on absolute fire, you guys. Again, Durfman made this beautiful decode to show us that Kash Patel was sworn in at 10:17, bringing us back to a drop where Q was posting at 10:17, saying Kash Patel is a name to remember, guys. And again, what are the odds? What an honor, right? That they start this at 10:17, giving you, you know, this whole hearing. Everybody was waiting for the question, right? But Chuck, make sure, you know, to wait till 10:17 to swear him in under oath, right? Linking back to a Q drop that said at 10:17, Kash Patel is a name to remember. So again, Durfman, we love you, man. Beautiful thing. This is something that dropped during our show, right? Durf, do you want to walk us through this?
Yeah, well, that's when the guy mentioned done in 30. Well, he was mentioning something about 30 days before the removal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, that was a delta for the day.
Absolutely. And it is 17:17 Central Standard Time, guys, here. Just where I am, guys. And again,
Beautiful.
thank you so much for letting me know the beautiful time of today, guys. Yes, Durf. So he was doing the quotation marks, right?
He was, which I didn't catch on that, which I will probably redo it a little bit better. Also, with I did grab a minute and 10 or so of the video, but I wanted to make a longer edit, didn't have time, so just threw that together. Yeah, he was doing the quotation marks done in 30, and it also happens to have 30 under it with the kill box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on that, which I posted on the right side, by the way, the full drop. Yeah.
Yes.
It has
The
today
done in 30.
is done in 30. Today is January 30th.
Yes. Yes, there it is, guys. Boom. Done in 30. Interesting, guys. Let's have a little look at that clip, guys.
We passed a law in 2022 requiring the president to provide Congress with a substantive rationale.
I'll be making this highlight later.
We love you guys.
30 days before the removal of
What
any
a time to be alive,
How many
right?
days has President Trump been in office?
Did he just say 30 days?
Yeah. There's Lance. It is.
Has President Trump been in office? 30 days before the removal.
Boom. 30 days for the removal. Watch what happens, right? We just
Well,
had
that's the
that
Delta.
drop. Yep. Lumaiwa, we love you.
And you know,
What-
done in 30.
Yes, done in
Yeah,
30,
done in
guys.
30.
Yes, absolutely, guys. Let's see that one more time. Bring me that Delta, by the way.
38, 14.
Thank you. There it is. Done in 30, guys. The Delta. Woo! There it is. Done in 30. Let's listen.
Rationale
Man.
and detail and case
With the
specific
quotes.
reasons. 30 days before.
Boom! 30 days. Lance, you got to show this.
Jason of TGA, we love you.
This is a banger. Okay, guys, this is a banger. Durfman, thank you so much. And there's Lance finding a beauty, guys. Lance, you want to walk us through this one?
Me flipping out? Yeah, basically. I had because it rarely happens, right? But this is why I don't watch the Democrats, because they totally bring that side of like, what
Yeah.
the f- is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And that's basically what happened in this clip, right? I just had to post it though. No music, no extras, just the
Straight up genius.
If you are successful in becoming head of the FBI, I wish you good luck and do everything I can to help you. But don't forget there's traffic moving in the opposite direction. What are we sending back to Mexico and the cartels? Money and guns. Money and guns. please look at the whole equation. We've got to deal with
Yeah, who? Whoa. This stupid mother, like, you are a. That's what all the NGOs are about, you stupid freaking idiot. Oh my freaking gosh, dude.
Yeah, this guy
the same
is
funding
ridiculous.
he paused, right? That you guys took to a judge to get it released. Oh my dude.
Yeah.
Are you what are they getting in return from us? Like, are you
Are you kidding me, right? This is
how it hurts my brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no. They're gaslighting, man.
Dude.
You know,
they're in so much panic. They're just ratting on themselves.
Okay, guys, let's on this epic quest.
And you know what I want to say when I'm saying freaking, right? Like that's
yeah.
So if I could say what I really wanted to say,
you can read between the lines, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, I think everyone knows what freaking you stupid. Yeah, that
freaking. Okay, guys.
I do have a bunch of them cut up though, Grass. So I'll be posting that one today.
Awesome. And everybody, please subscribe to our YouTube, guys. We're trying to grow that account. Drop a like over there, guys, so you help the algorithm. And again, thank you so much for your support. Anyhow, guys, we love you. And again, Dan Scavino, guys, retweeting Mike Lee. Mike Lee, who posted at 22, 23, and 40 seconds regarding the cash confirmation hearing with Senator Grassley, right? Well, let me see how can I build this one up. Okay, so let's start with Mike Lee, who posted at 22:23, right? Regarding the cash confirmation hearing, right? Well, 22:23 talks about the K confirmation push. Of course, we know this is about Justice Kavanaugh, right? But again, we're talking about Cash here, right? So Cash is has his confirmation hearing. And this talks about the K as in cash, right? Nothing, it used to be, Justice Kavanaugh, right? But now it's interesting that the K can also mean the cash. Confirmation hearing, right? And again, that is interesting.
Especially with the R&R, right? Like, whoa.
Yep. So the cash confirmation hearing, K confirmation push, guys. Stand down due to K confirmation, guys. So there it is. There is Dan Scavino then retweeting Mike Lee, right? But now let's first have a look at 2340. Because drop 2340 is saying D-class coming, right? The minutes and seconds of Mike Lee, D-class coming, narrative shift in full force. The UK and Australia assisted rogue elements of the United States government to take down a duly elected candidate and then president, guys. Do you really think they get out unscathed, right? So there it is. D-class coming, narrative shift in full force. These rogue elements, right, were guilty of treason. And there is Dan Scavino retweeting Mike Lee at 12:31 a.m., right? 12:31 is saying, what will next week hold? The Moab, guys. Dan Scavino is making sure to drop a 49-second past the minute, right? And drop 49 brings us to follow Senator Grassley. Why does Senator Grassley, one example, have higher than normal amount of security details? Why is Grassley and others held in a secure location? When did this start? It talks about the FBI. Cash is going to become the FBI director, right? Secret sessions. How can this be discovered? State secrets. It's a name recognized around the world. And again, we had that many times during the show, right? That name recognized around the world, a name to remember, Cash Patel, right? Again, this is out of context, but again, there are these links to it, right? And so that is really, when I saw the 22:23 with the K confirmation push, I was like, huh? 23:40, D-class coming, narrative shift in full force regarding the treason. And 12:31, next week Moab, right? And the seconds talking about Grassley, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, guys. Again, Scabby, this one is brilliant. And again, guys, Oh, wait a minute. 1 second, guys, because I did line this up with something else. Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, so I had to reshape this one. So again, okay, let's do it like this. Remember how Dan Scavino was saying go cash 5 hours after we, introduced our show about the cash confirmation hearing, right? 5 hours after we dropped this, Dan Scavino says go cash at 8:36. That brings us back to Vault 7. That is translated to Grasshopper, right? Grasshopper Vault 7. Go cash 5 hours after we said, okay, guys, we're going to watch the confirmation hearing at 9:30 a.m. This is going to be a historic event you don't want to miss, right? 5 hours later, Dan Scavino says go cash at 8:36. Vault 7. Grasshopper, right? So that's interesting. That is the link to the 5 hours gap in between what we drop and what Dan Scavino did, right? Now let's go to this one, because this is what Dan Scavino dropped 5 hours after we discussed the show. And again, I already mentioned this one, but let's do it again. Let's watch the clip. I looked at the numbers on the airplane, guys, and lo and behold, the 10 Mountain Division at 3125 is talking about the attempted coup, which is treason, by the way. And again, guys, this is bringing you back to that drop that we had over here, right? The attempted coup that assisted, to take down a duly elected candidate and president, right? You see that this is now in the same, when you read between the lines, when you look at their timestamps, this is what it's saying, right? Opens the public door to more serious ... What did we hear in the hearing? Human trafficking, Epstein Island, right? So the attempted coup, the treason, opens the door to more serious stuff, right? The pill must be easy to swallow, the lead-in, because everybody knows that people in politics lie and they cheat, and that's the easy pill to swallow, but that will lead into more serious stuff, right? The public must be prepared for what is to come. The Clinton Foundation, right? And there it is. 305 is showing you, and fight for the change you've been waiting for your entire life. 514 is showing us the Great Awakening, like Q was saying over here, right? Let's see over here. Q, the wake up. So you see that what they're dropping in their timestamps and the crumbs in the numbers are all pointing to the same thing. The Great Awakening is upon us. And by the way, guys, the same thing is happening this morning, right? The same thing is happening this morning. Then I looked at the numbers in the air, and that what we saw with Trump, and it's about to happen, change the numbers are all pointing to the same thing. Crumbs in the numbers are all pointing. Let me go back, guys. Let's see over here. Q, the wake up. So you see that what they're dropping in their timestamps and the crumbs in the numbers are all pointing to the same thing. The Great Awakening is upon us. The change that we've been waiting for our entire life is about to happen. And that what we saw with Trump, the attempted coup, the treason, the stealing of the election was just the beginning, guys. Because that opens the door to more serious stuff. And listen to what that confirmation hearing of Patel was talking about. The human trafficking, right? The Clinton Foundation. The public must be prepared for what is about to come. And look at the 10 Mountain Division dropping comms, guys. Dropping comms on the airplane. 3125, 305, and 514. Guys, boom time. Again, things that I really wanted to share with you. And again, guys, so this happened in a show, right? At 4:31, right? 4:31, you can see it over here, 4:31. And then 5 hours later, guys, at 9:32, right? 5 hours later, 5 hours and 1 minute, so to say, right? 32, 5 hours and 1 minute. Dan Scavino drops 3249. 3249 is saying, the only way to regain trust, and this was the premise of the hearing of Cash, right? He was there to put back faith in the three-letter agencies, in the FBI, making sure to protect America against, enemies, foreign and domestic. And again, provide truth, transparency, and prosecution, guys. Again, going back to that drop over here, showing you, D-class is coming, narrative full shift. Those rogue elements of the United States government were assisted by the US and Australia to take down a duly elected candidate and president, Mr. Donald J. Trump. And there it is, guys. The attempted coup, like we had over here, the attempted coup to take down the president of the United States opens the door to the Great Awakening, guys. The attempted coup, there it is. The attempted coup, right over here, opens the door to more public, to more serious stuff. There it is. Opens the door, and there is the Great Awakening that we had from the 514, right? The Great Awakening that we had over here. 514, the Great Awakening. So it is 1, 2, 3, attempted coup opens the door, the Great Awakening. The attempted coup opens the door to the Great Awakening, guys. What is up, Dan Scavino, guys? What is up, Dan Scavino? And we all know, the only way to regain trust is to provide truth, transparency, and prosecution. And there it is, right? Again, another 5 hours. 5 hours and 1 minute after we drop this, guys. So, Dan Scavino, we love you. And to end it all up, guys, Donald J. Trump dropped again the 3927, bringing us back to the wake up, guys. What we just showed you in the clip, right? In this clip over here, we showed you numbers on the air. Great Awakening. Q was saying, like, let's see over here. Q the wake up. Right, there it is, right? And there we go again, talking about more serious stuff. And listen to what that confirmation hearing of Patel was talking about. So this was after the confirmation hearing where we went through it all. We showed you all these crumbs with the Great Awakening and Q the wake up, right? Q the wake up and Donald J. Trump, guys, dropped at 7:39 and 27 seconds, bringing us back to Q the wake up. United, we are united in this fight. Where we go one, we go all. And then Trump dropped the wake up, all these wake up timestamps with the Where We Go One We Go All soundtrack in this video when we went live, guys. So again, what is up? Let's listen to that one more time.
In a few moments, the Laken-Riley Act will become the very first bill that I proudly sign into law as the 47th president of the
How beautiful. Donald J. Trump dropping 146, right? 146. Let me see what it is again. 146. Bringing us back. Do you believe in coincidences? At 106, right? The complete length in seconds. Bringing us back to whatever is happening happening now. We were waiting for this, right? And again, see the Saudi Arabia cut the strings. They're scrambling for cover and using any means necessary out of their remaining power and control. God bless, guys. Again, Trump, we love you. Again, we are a little bit in a rush, guys. So I've got 25 minutes left. So we might want to have. So again, guys, do you want to see the Trump presser of yesterday? And again, big shout out to Jamie WV, sister. We love you to the moon and back. Where we go one, we go all. Absolutely, guys. Amigos loves it, saying beautiful in the kill brackets, guys. So Donna Cloudfield, we love you. UK equals England. Absolutely. Okay, guys. Do a vote if you guys want to see the Trump presser of yesterday, or you want to see some residual crumbs that we got over here. We still got 25 minutes to go. Then I gotta go to an art event with Miss Grasshopper, guys. You know, she's carrying our little baby, guys. So she can't go there alone. So she really wanted to have me with her. So again, I didn't say any numbers, but they are saying 5 by 5, 17, and yes. So let's go to that presser of yesterday. Press briefing. Which one was it, guys? Oh, he did a lot, guys. So this is the Cash Patel hearing. This is the full speech of Donald Trump press briefing in D.C. Activation disaster. 35 minutes. Which one are we going to do, guys?
But that one will not have the timestamp. I checked.
Okay, good. Okay. And this one as well. Huh. Okay, RSBN. That is a new thing. Okay. This one does. Okay. Okay. So that is different. This one does. But again, this one was before. So let's go do this one.
That one's a short one, though.
This one is 1 minute. This one is, how much is this one? 41 seconds. Okay, do we have to complete one? Let's go to...
I do have it. I have the YouTube link, I believe.
Okay. Well, do we have the RSBN link? Let's go to RSBN. The Rumble link.
Like, Rumble. I don't have the Rumble.
Let's go to RSBN, guys. RSBN, guys. Right Side Broadcasting. Let's see. Where is it? Videos. Which one is it? You got it, Durf?
No.
Let's do the YouTube one then. Drop the YouTube.
Wait a minute. This might be it.
Okay, guys. Bear with us. I've got 21 minutes left. This is going to be a short broadcast, guys. Firstborn Unicorn, we love you. Richard's Roar is with us. There is Rumble. Giants for Breakfast, My Diets. Firstborn, we love you, sister. Again, guys, let's go here. Live replay.
Yeah, I think this one was close to 35, 40 minutes long.
Okay, so
and
we got
you have to about over the 56.
Awaiting that email here.
Yeah, 5608 is when he comes in.
As well as we saw.
So let's bump up the quality, guys.
There, from the president. I'm not sure if you put that on Truth Social as well. I'll double check that quickly.
Double check.
District of that screen.
There is Trump, guys. At 11.
There's President Trump.
21. Let's check it out, guys. 11:21. Let's bring it here. Let me see, guys. We're gonna do it like that, like we always do, guys. 11:21. Actions today will be met with swift action. The FBI is burning the midnight oil, guys. All right.
And their families, please. Thank you very much. I speak to you this morning in an hour of anguish for our nation. Just before 9 p.m. last night, an American Airlines regional jet carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 military service members over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C., while on final approach to Reagan National Airport.
Is this the one that was happening during our live show yesterday? I don't think so. It was the day before, right? Durfman.
Muted Durfman.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is definitely January 30th. It says it on the title.
Okay.
Both
Weird, because this is the day after, but again.
aircraft crashed instantly and were immediately submerged into the icy waters of the Potomac. Real tragedy. The massive search and rescue mission was underway throughout the night, leveraging every asset at our disposal, and I have to say the local, state, federal, military, including the United States Coast Guard in particular, they've done a phenomenal job. So quick, so fast. It was mobilized immediately. The work has now shifted to a recovery mission. Sadly, there are no survivors. This was a dark and excruciating night in our nation's capital and in our nation's history, and a tragedy of terrible proportions. As one nation, we grieve for every precious soul that has been taken from us so suddenly, and we are a country of really, we are in mourning. This has really shaken a lot of people, including people very sadly from other nations who were on the flight. For the family members back in Wichita, Kansas, here in Washington, D.C., and throughout the United States and in Russia, we have a Russia contingent, some very talented people, unfortunately, were on that plane. Very, very, very sorry about that. Whose loved ones were aboard the passenger jet. We can only begin to imagine the agony that you're all feeling. Nothing worse. On behalf of the First Lady, myself, and 340 million Americans, our hearts are shattered alongside yours, and our prayers are with you now and in the days to come. We'll be working very, very diligently in the days to come. We're here for you to wipe away the tears and to offer you our devotion, our love, and our support. There's great support. In moments like this, the differences between Americans fade to nothing compared to the bonds of affection and loyalty that unite us all, both as Americans and even as nations. We are one family, and today we are all heartbroken. We're all searching for answers. That icy, icy Potomac, it was a cold, cold night, cold water. We're all overcome with the grief for many who have so tragically perished, will no longer be with us. Together we take solace in the knowledge that their journey ended not in the cold waters of the Potomac, but in the warm embrace of a loving God. We do not know what led to this crash, but we have some very strong opinions and ideas, and I think we'll probably state those opinions now.
Boom.
Because over the years I've watched as things like this happen, and they say, well, we're always investigating, and then the investigation 3 years later, they announce it. We think we have some pretty good ideas.
Not with this administration,
We'll
guys.
find out how this disaster occurred, and we'll ensure that nothing like this ever happens again. The FAA and the
We have it all.
NTSB and the U.S. military will be carrying out a systematic and comprehensive investigation. Our new Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, his second day on the job when that happened. It's a rough one. We'll be working tirelessly. He's a great gentleman. The whole group these are great people, and they are working tirelessly to figure out exactly what happened. We will state certain opinions, however. I'm also immediately appointing an acting commissioner to the FAA, Christopher Rocheleau, a 22-year veteran of the agency, highly respected. Christopher, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We must have only the highest standards for those who work in our aviation system. I changed the Obama standards from very mediocre at best to extraordinary. You remember that. Only the highest aptitude, have to be the highest intellect and psychologically superior people were allowed to qualify.
Somebody's whispering, guys. Do you hear that? Somebody's whispering.
Yeah, it
What?
must be someone either close to the camera, or
Yeah.
the room's so quiet that we're hearing the smallest whisper.
This is interesting, guys. Let's have a close listen.
Mediocre at best to extraordinary. You remember that.
Here we go, guys.
Only the highest aptitude, have to be the highest intellect and
46,000. Oh, wow, or something. Listen to that.
extraordinary. You remember that. Only the highest aptitude, have to be the highest intellect and psychologically superior people were allowed to qualify for air traffic controllers. That was not so prior to getting there. When I arrived in 2016, I made that change very early on because I always felt this was a job that, and other jobs too, but this was a job that had to be superior intelligence, and we didn't really have that, and we had it. And then when I left office and Biden took over, he changed them back to lower.
We love you, Jamie.
Than ever before. I put safety first. Obama, Biden, and the Democrats put policy first. And they put politics at a level that nobody's ever seen, because this was the lowest level. Their policy was horrible.
A clean house
and
is
their
very
politics
important.
was even worse. So as you know, last week, long before the crash, I signed an executive order restoring our highest standards for air traffic controllers and other important jobs throughout the country. So it was very interesting. About a week ago, almost upon entering office, I signed something last week that was an executive order, very powerful, on restoring the highest standards of air traffic controllers and others, by the way. Then my administration will set the highest possible bar for aviation safety. We have to have our smartest people. It doesn't matter what they look like, how they speak, who they are. It matters intellect, talent, the word talent. They have to be talented, naturally talented geniuses.
Yeah, Chauffin, we love you.
You can't have regular people doing that job. They won't be able to
Brainstorm,
do it.
great to see you, my friend.
But we'll restore faith in American air travel. I'll
Trust the
have
plan.
more to say about that. I do want to point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they want them, they can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so that was a week before I entered office. They put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program. Then another article, the Federal Aviation Administration. This was before I got
This
to
will
office
transfer my age.
recently, second term. The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you imagine? These are people that are, I mean, actually their lives are shortened because of the stress that they have. Brilliant people have to be in those positions, and their lives are actually shortened, very substantially shortened, because of the stress, where you have many, many planes coming into one target, and you need a very special talent and a very special genius to be able to do it. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism all qualify for the position of a controller of airplanes pouring into our country, pouring into a little spot, a little dot on the map, a little runway.
Guys, and let me tell you, right? Like this is an important job. I know these people, right? They are shooting the gap, right? So when airplanes come in, you know, they take off and they really gotta make sure, you know, because an airplane is coming down on a glide slope, right? So when you set it in, you know, and other planes are coming in and shooting in between them, you know, you really got to time that correctly, right? You cannot have some kind of epilepsy or something like that, right? Distracting you at that moment, right? Like, yeah, so that's, you really got to be sharp, you know? I do have friends who do that job, guys, and they have these special rooms where after, I think 30 minutes or something, or 45 minutes, you got to be in some kind of green room where there's like nature and you're really, your brain is relaxing, right? Resetting, and then you got to go back, do your job again, right? So where I work, you know, these guys are really having, you know, good work conditions, right? To get their mind as sharp as they can be, right? So you don't want to have somebody there stressing out or, with disabilities that can interfere with this really important job.
The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan. Think of that. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. I think it's just the opposite. The FAA website shows that the agency's guidance on diversity hiring were last updated on March 23rd of 22. They wanted to make it even more so. And then I came in, and I assume maybe this is the reason. The FAA, which is overseen by Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, my God.
Real winner. That guy's a real winner. You know how badly everything's run since he's run the Department of Transportation? He's a disaster.
Edge.
He was a disaster as a mayor. He ran his city into the ground, and he's a disaster now. He's just got a good line of bullshit. The Department of Transportation, his government agency
And
charged
Jamie,
with
we love you,
regulating
sister.
civil aviation. Well, he runs it, 45,000 people, and he's run it right into the ground with his diversity. So I had to say that it's terrible. Then it's a group within the FAA, another story, determined that the workforce was
It's all bullshit, guys.
that they had concerted efforts to get the administration to change that and to change it immediately. This was in the Obama administration just prior to my getting there. And we took care of African Americans, Hispanic Americans. We took care of everybody at levels that nobody's ever seen before. It's one of the reasons I won. But they actually came out with a directive to white. And we want the people that are competent. But now we mourn and we pray and would like to ask all Americans to join me in a moment of silence as we ask God to watch over those who have lost their lives and bring comfort to the loved ones. And I just want to say God bless everyone in this room. This has been a terrible, very short period of time. We'll get to the bottom of it. So we all saw the same thing. We've seen it many times. I've had the honor of hearing tapes. Tapes are scary, very scary tapes. You had a airliner coming in American Airlines. He was doing everything right. He was on track. He was the same track as everybody else that came in. It's probably the same track as they've had for 25 years or more. He's coming in the path. And for some reason, he had a helicopter that was at the same height, obviously when they hit, but pretty much the same height, and going at an angle that was unbelievably bad. When the air traffic controller said, "Do you see?" You know, he was talking about, "Do you see him?" But there was very little time left when that was stated. And then also he said, "Follow him in." And then almost immediately after that, you know, seconds after that, there was the crash that took place. Well, you follow him in, that means like everything's fine. Follow him in. You had a pilot problem from the standpoint of the helicopter. I mean, because it was visual. It was a very clear night. It was cold but clear, and clear as you could be. The American Airlines plane had lights blazing. They had all of their landing lights on. I could see it from the Kennedy Center tape. We had a tape up on the Kennedy Center. That seems to be the primary. Thus far, I'm sure we'll see other tapes because it's such an area where there are a lot of cameras looking up into the air, into space. So we'll probably see many other shots of it before too much time goes by. But we had a situation where you had a helicopter that had the ability to stop. I have helicopters. You can stop a helicopter very quickly. It had the ability to go up or down. It had the ability to turn. And the turn it made was not the correct turn, obviously. It did somewhat the opposite of what it was told. We don't know that that would have been the difference because the timing was so tight. It was so little. There was so little time to think. But what you did have is you had vision. The helicopter had vision of the plane because you had vision of it all the way, perfect vision of it all the way from at Kennedy Center where the tape was taken. And for some reason, there weren't adjustments made. Again, you could have slowed down the helicopter substantially. You could have stopped the helicopter. You could have gone up. You could have gone down. You could have gone straight up, straight down. You could have turned. You could have done a million different maneuvers. For some reason, it just kept going and then made a slight turn.
So what is Trump trying to tell you
at the
here?
very end, and it was by that time it was too late. They shouldn't have been at the same height because if it wasn't the same height, you could have gone under it or over it, and nobody realized, or they didn't say that it's at the same height. At the same height, it still wouldn't have been great, but you would have missed it by quite a bit. Could have been 1,000 feet higher. It could have been 200 feet lower. But it was exactly at the same height, and somebody should have been able to point that out. So all of this is going to be studied, but it just seems to me, from a couple of words that I like to use, the words common sense, some really bad things happened, and some things happened that shouldn't have happened. So you had a helicopter going in an identical direction. You had a helicopter that was at the exact same height as somebody going in essentially the opposite direction. You had a plane that was following a track, which is a track that every other plane followed. And I don't imagine, I know I've heard today that they might have been following the preceding plane, which was pretty close, but not that close, the preceding plane. But you wouldn't have even been able to see that because of the direction that the helicopter was coming in at.
Yep.
So you had a confluence of bad decisions that were made, and you have people that lost their lives, violently lost their lives. We're going to take a few questions. I'd like to ask our new Secretary of Transportation to say a few words. Sean Duffy, great gentleman, just started. It's not your fault, and I know you agree with me very strongly on intellect and even psychological well-being of the air traffic control. It's such an important position, and I think I can't emphasize stronger. I changed it when I first ran in 2016. I changed it. We had the highest standard that you could have, and then they changed it back. That was Biden. to a standard I read it to you. That was from one of your papers. One of the people in this room actually wrote that. And then I changed it back a few days ago. And unfortunately, we'll see. We don't know that necessarily it's even the controller's fault. But one thing we do know, there was a lot of vision, and people should have been able to see that, at what point do you stop? At what point do you say, wow, that plane's getting a little bit close? So this is a tragedy that should not have happened. Please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I would just note the President's leadership has been remarkable during this crisis. We have had a whole of government response, local, state, federal, and when you see that kind of cooperation, it begins with the leadership in this body. So thank you for that, Mr. President. You make our jobs a lot easier. You made an important point that when we deal with safety, we can only accept the best and the brightest in positions of safety that impact the lives of our loved ones, our family members. And I think you make a really important point on that, Mr. President. That is the motto of your presidency, the best and the brightest, the most intelligent coming into these spaces. I want to take a moment and extend my condolences to the families of the loved ones. We commit to them that we are going to get to the bottom of this investigation, not in 3 years, not in 4 years, but as quickly as possible with the NTSB, who is here today, as well as the FAA. What happened yesterday shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened. And when Americans take off in airplanes, they should expect to land at their destination. That didn't happen yesterday. That's not acceptable. And so we will not accept excuses. We will not accept passing the buck. We are going to take responsibility at the Department of Transportation and the FAA to make sure we have the reforms that have been dictated by President Trump in place to make sure that these mistakes do not happen again. And again, I want to thank you for your leadership, Mr. President, and I appreciate the confidence you placed in me. Thank you.
Pete, would you like to say something?
That's how you do it.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Again, I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary said about your leadership. From the moment we found out about this, we were in contact with the White House trying to determine exactly what happened. I would echo it as well. No excuses. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We first and foremost, from the Defense Department, want to pass our condolences to the 64 souls and their families that were affected by this. Never should happen. And certainly the 3 service members, the 3 soldiers, a young captain, staff sergeant, and a CW2, Chief Warrant Officer, on a routine annual retraining of night flights on a standard corridor for a continuity of government mission. The military does dangerous things. It does routine things on the regular basis.
Continuity of government?
A mistake was made. I think the president is right.
That's what he said.
Some sort of an elevation issue that we have immediately begun investigating at the DOD and Army level. Army CID is on the ground investigating. Top-tier aviation assets inside the DOD are investigating, sir, to get to the bottom of it so that it does not happen again, because it's absolutely unacceptable. But I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary and you, Mr. President, said, because it pertains to the DOD as well. We will have the best and brightest in every position possible. As you said in your inaugural, it is colorblind and merit-based. The best leaders possible, whether it's flying Black Hawks and flying airplanes, leading platoons, or in government. The era of DEI is gone at the Defense Department, and we need the best and brightest, whether it's in our air traffic
Absolutely,
control,
Jamie.
or whether it's in our generals.
45 through 47.
So thank you for your leadership and courage on that, sir, and we'll stand by you on it. Thank you very
much. JD, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. I just want to reemphasize something the President said, and you've heard from the Secretary of Transportation and of Defense. There really was a whole of government response. We were all on the phone. We were all communicating yesterday, trying to get to the bottom of this immediately, but also try to communicate with the American people about what happened. Something the President said that I think bears reemphasizing, which is that when you don't have the best standards in who you're hiring, it means, on the one hand, you're not getting the best people in government, But on the other hand, it puts stresses on the people who are already there. And I think that is a core part of what President Trump is going to bring and has already brought to Washington, D.C.
Booth 7.
We want to hire the best people because we want the best people at air traffic control, and we want to make sure we have enough people at air traffic control who are actually competent to do the job. If you go back to just some of the headlines over the past 10 years, you have many hundreds of people suing the government because they would like to be air traffic controllers, but they were turned away because of the color of their skin. That policy ends under Donald Trump's leadership because safety is the first priority of our aviation industry. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, on DEI and the claims that you've made, are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else. And there are things where you have to go by brain power. You have to go by psychological quality. And psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden. And Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite. So we don't know, but we do know that you had two planes at the same level. You had a helicopter and a plane. That shouldn't have happened. And we'll see. We're going to look into that, and we're going to see. But certainly for an air traffic controller, we want the brightest, the smartest, the sharpest. We want somebody that's psychologically superior, and that's what we're going to have. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Mr. President, you mentioned at the top of the briefing that there were several Russian nationals on the flight.
Yes.
Will the U.S. government be willing to facilitate the transfer of their remains, considering
Yes, we
the
will.
fact there is no direct air travel between the two countries?
We've already been in contact with Russia, and the answer is yes, we will facilitate. Yes. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. The situation in the Democratic Republic of the Congo is getting worse, even though President John Lorenzo has been mediating the conflict between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo because he wants to bring peace and stability. The situation is really bad right now. I want to
So
hear from
there
the President
was Russians on the plane?
in the future to bring peace in the
Well, you're
Democratic
asking me a
Republic
question
of the
about
Congo.
Rwanda, and it is a very serious problem. I agree, but I don't think it's appropriate right now to talk about it. But it is a very serious problem.
We don't even yet know the names of the 67 people who were killed, and you are blaming Democrats and DEI policies and air traffic control and seemingly the member of the U.S. military who was flying that Black Hawk helicopter. Don't you think you're getting ahead of the investigation right now?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think with the names of the people. You mean the names of the people that are on the plane? You think that's going to make a difference?
Does it comfort their families
They
to
are
hear you
a
blaming
group of
DEI
people that have lost their lives. If you want a list of the names, we can give you that. We'll be giving that very soon. We're in coordination with American Airlines. We're in coordination very strongly, obviously, with the military. But I think that's not a very smart question.
But are you
I'm
blaming-
surprised coming from you.
Are you blaming
Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, President Trump. Thank you for being here. Based on your analysis so far, do you have a sense of who was at fault, if it was the plane, the helicopter, air traffic control, and can you assure people that it is safe to fly in and out of D.C.?
Well, I've given you the analysis, and the analysis was it was based on vision. You had a lot of people that saw what was happening. You had some people that knew what was happening. There was some warnings, but the warnings were given very, very late. You know, those warnings were given very late. It was almost as they were given. A few seconds later, there was the crash. It should have been brought up earlier. But the people in the helicopter should have seen where they were going. I can't imagine people with 20/20 vision not seeing, you know, what's happening up there. Again, they shouldn't have been at the same height. You're going in reverse directions or sideways directions. Obviously, you want to be at different heights. I see it all the time when I'm flying. You have planes going in the opposite. They're always lower. We're higher. So if somehow there's a screw up, there's not going to be a tragedy. It'll be close, but you know, there's never going to be a tragedy if you're at a different elevation. For whatever reason, they were at the same elevation. And also, from the American Airlines standard, he's along the track that every plane is along. You say, what was the helicopter doing in that track? It's very sad. But visually, somebody should have been able to see, and taken that helicopter out of play, and they should have been at a different height.
Thank you, sir. You mentioned the Russians that were on board that plane. What other nationalities were on board that passenger
There
jet?
were a couple of others. We're going to be announcing it in about an hour. We have some very specific information. We're calling the countries. We've spoken to most of them, but there were some other countries represented.
Spoken to President Putin?
I think that whole plane was full of Olympic.
Yeah.
Like the whole plane
about
was full
this.
of Olympic people. Man.
Yeah. A waste of life, right?
You've already issued an executive order you say will restore aviation safety.
Right.
Well, but again, guys, I really got to run. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But again, we'll be back on Sunday, guys. I will let you know when that is going to be, guys. But I gotta run. Yes, I'm so sorry, guys. We were planning on going live earlier, guys, at 10 a.m. But again, we had some trouble with Zoom. Hopefully that is now ironed out, guys. So let me give the final words to our beloved Lance on his epic quest, guys. And again,
thank you everyone for joining us today. I know it's a short one. This might have been the shortest show we've ever done. We love you guys. And when are we going to be live next, Grass?
Sunday, if you guys want to. Yeah, so Sunday, of course, we want to go live at 17:17, but we might have to go live earlier, guys, because, Miss Grasshopper is carrying a little baby, and she wants me next to her, right? She wants me to go to bed with her. She feels more calmly when I'm doing that, right? So, so again, let me try to make her a deal she can't refuse, right? Like I am kind of an expert in the art of the deal, but I think if I look how things are going now, that we might have to go live earlier, guys. So I still have an evening with her, a Sunday evening with her, or we might just skip Sunday and go live on Monday, guys. And that will be a late one, guys, because I do have to work till 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be my 12 a.m. Till midnight I got to work. So when I come home, that allows me to... She'll already be sleeping, right? So that gives me the opportunity to go live in the wee hours of the morning, guys. So that's going to be a great one. But... let's say that we're going to go live on Sunday, guys, to recap this whole week, to do another epic Trump event. And yeah, guys, if Trump is going to go do something live tomorrow, we're going to be live as well, guys. But again, let's set this one on Sunday, guys. And Lance, brother, we love you to the moon and back. And again, guys, I got to run to...
the chat cracks me up. I love you guys. The art of the grasshopper. Like Boot said, sounds like my husband.
Boot 7. Yeah. But again, like I do make good deals, right? Like I do make good deals. Like last time I told her, well, I'm gonna do a show in the evening, but then you got the whole Sunday is for you or something, or the whole Saturday was for her. I think it was the whole Sunday, right? So we did a show on Saturday night. And then I promised her that a whole Sunday would be for her. So again, so I can make those deals that she thinks like, oh yeah, that's better, right? Yeah. So let me work on that this evening while I'm with her at a art event, guys. So Lance, thank you so much for hosting the OBS and ironing out. How do you say that? Ironing out the problem that we had with Zoom.
Working out the kinks.
You are a legend. Absolutely, man. And again, let me give the final words to our beloved RQ Dirt, man. If he's still with us.
Well, guys, yeah, no, I'm still here. It was a short, but it was still a very, very fun show. And Grass, you gotta go. So I love you, everybody in the chat. Love you guys, all the less than tens, from Trump to Scavino on to Cash to Flynn and onwards. And love you, Lance. Love you, Grass. We'll see you guys Sunday.
Yes, okay, guys. See you guys Sunday. Bring a friend, guys. You don't want to miss this. And pay attention to our social medias where we're going to advertise the exact time when we're going to go live. Be there early, guys, because we got everything ironed out now. We got an epic Zoom that we can stream on now. And again, thank you all so much for joining us. M. Eagles, Look for What? And Jenna Lynn Franklin, we love you, sister. Brainstorm 45, we love you. Let us play Hold the Line and let me shout each and every one out because you know they'll love you, right? Okay, guys. We love you, True Seeker, The Frustrated. Thanks so much for moderating.
I will be a president
D. Johnson,
from Z's,
Kristen May, D. Johnson. Let me see, guys. Ma Diaz, Suzanne Weber,
extremism, lawlessness,
Richard Rohr,
violence,
Firstborn
goodness and
Unicorn,
purity.
Kristen
No
May,
progress.
Trucy, we love you.
No nation.
Jasmine Rose,
Only a state of
sing a new song, sister. You
Don't
broke
piss
the
down my
internet.
back and tell me it's raining.
We're gonna hold the line. Jax, Dick Tracy, Susan Weber, Big John Q. Look for What? We love you. We're gonna hold the line. Boom time. We love you.
We love you. We will be back in some form.
Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is unreal. But that is a dangerous,
Amigos, we love you.
defeatist belief. It leads to the conclusion
that we are gripped by forces we cannot control. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the storm mega. And before we go, guys, let me pause this thing. Shout out to iDrop Media for creating all these incredible videos, guys. I want to give a special shout out to M. Eagles who joined us on Rumble and YouTube, guys. And again, maybe Lance can send everybody watching on Pildernet to some other account, guys. And again, thank you all so much for watching. Buddyman17. And we do want to give a shout out to Real Newshead giving away another subscription on the channel, guys. So again, let's see who got it. KCMC17, welcome to the Red Castle Club, and big thank you to Real Newshead for doing that, brother. We love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much. KCMC17, welcome to the Red Castle Club. Richard Rohr, we love you. Elstan's Brainstorm, Jasmine Rose, Giants for Breakfast. And again, guys, see you guys on Sunday. Shout out to Lance. Shout out to Durf, man. We love you guys. These shows are not possible without you. And again, guys, grass gotta run. And see you guys on Sunday. We love you. Take it away, Lance.
Thank you.